Hey, what's up guys? How you doing? It is Lasty here. Welcome today to another FIFA 18 Ultimate Team potential player ratings video. So I've covered the Premier League, the Bundesliga, we've covered all sorts of stuff right now. It's time to move into the La Liga, the Spanish league, and cover some of the most popular players in this league. If you guys could do me a favour and hit that thumbs up button right at the start of the video, I would greatly appreciate it. And of course, don't forget to leave a comment of which players that I've either missed out or haven't already covered, should I cover next time. If you would also subscribe to the channel if you're new around here, that would be amazing for more of this type of content and FIFA 18 gameplay once it's finally here. So the first player we're going to talk about today is a goalkeeper. It is the German Marc-Andre ter Stegen, who plays for Barcelona, of course. Now the German goalie has got an 83 rated item on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. And a great season for Barca last year, proving that he is coming up as one of the best goalkeepers in football. I think he's definitely deserved of a +2 overall rating, and I think we'll see an 85 rated ter Stegen in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. In terms of stats, we're going to have obviously better everything really, but impressive diving and reflexes on this goalkeeper, and of course the fact that he's German in the Spanish league, meaning you can sort of hybrid off to the Bundesliga and stuff. Going to be a nice price on this guy of around sort of 40 to 50k. That's obviously a good one if you are able to pack him at the start of the game, but not so good if you're trying to buy him, I guess. He's probably going to be quite an expensive goalkeeper, of course, being a Barcelona keeper as well. If he does play well, get a clean sheet or something, earns himself an inform, I think we could see a nice 86 rated one here, as you can see, and I reckon that would cost you somewhere between 150 and 200,000 coins, just because of the hybrid purposes and all of that good stuff. Marc-Andre ter Stegen, a goalkeeper I'm quite looking forward to testing out on FUT 18. Next up today then, we have the top performing goalkeeper in the entire league last year. It is Oblak, the Atletico Madrid goalkeeper. Did outstandingly well. Most clean sheets in the league. He was already a high rated goalie, but he definitely needs to be boosted by at least +1, perhaps +2, like I've decided to potentially give him here today, to like an 89 rated goalkeeper, meaning that he's going to be up there in terms of the best goalkeepers in the world and the highest rated goalkeepers in FUT. Now normally we have De Gea and also of course Neuer that would be slightly higher rated. I still think that will be the case, of course, but Oblak's going to be a great option for you guys in the La Liga, and of course with that you're going to get the likes of 92 handling, 89 positioning, or very high stats in those. Obviously these are just predictions, as I've mentioned countless times so far on this series. So I think if he is that high rated, you know, he's going to be very sought after, because let's face it, La Liga has the two best players in the world in it, Messi and Ronaldo. So people tend to, if they've got a lot of coinage on the game, people tend to build like a La Liga side, and people are definitely going to want Oblak in the team. I think it's going to cost over 100k, somewhere between 100 150,000, and then if he gets himself a 90 rated inform, that's like breaking a boundary. You know, getting up to that 90 mark, well, around 300 400,000 coins for a goalkeeper like this, potentially. That's going to cost you just for one player in your team. Moving from goalkeeper to centre-backs then, we've got Godin, who I believe is going to look very, very similar in FIFA 18 to what he does right now. A good season again, up there with the top performing centre-backs alongside the likes of Sergio Ramos and stuff. He is a fantastic centre-back for Atletico Madrid. The Uruguayan I think we will see as an 88 rated player on the game. In terms of stats, they're going to look obviously very similar to what he's got already. Maybe slightly less pace, a bit more defending, or a bit less defending. Who knows what we could see, but I think it will be extremely similar. And, well, a player like that, he's high rated, yeah, but I think people tend to look at that pace stat and realise that he might not be as usable as someone like, well, the next one that we're going to talk about, which is Varane, who is obviously lower rated, but I still think he'll pay around 50k for Godin. And then if he does get himself an inform, which, you know, tends to happen quite a lot in FIFA, this guy earns a few informs across the year. I reckon the first one's probably going to set you back a couple of 100,000 coins. That is if his 88 rated one is sitting at around 50k. The obviously needs to be a much, quite a big difference in price there because he's so high rated. And I reckon when he starts getting informs, that's when he's going to actually be pretty usable. 67 pace, I would use that as a centre-back. Alongside someone a bit quicker, he'll do absolutely fine. Because let's face it, he's a very strong and, well, just a great defender of the ball in terms of on FIFA as well as real life. So I think he's going to be usable once he starts getting 1 or 2 informs on FUT 18. But a centre-back that's going to be very usable from the start and all year long, just because, he's got the pace and that kind of works on FIFA, is Raphael Varane. The Frenchman plays for Real Madrid and has an 84 rated item on the game. I think we'll see a +1, putting him into that sort of more elite crew of centre-backs. 85 and above is what I tend to cast as like the higher rated and mostly quite expensive, above 50k kind of centre-backs. I think a player like this is going to be more costly than Godin, just because, there's actually a chance. His head-to-head stats, I reckon that he could get about 81 or 82 pace, which if you've ever seen any clips or seen Varane play, incredibly fast defender. I've wondered for a long time why he doesn't have more pace on his FUT card. So I think we'll finally see that in FIFA 18 alongside some very solid defending and physical stats. I reckon he'll literally set you back between 65 and maybe like 75, 80,000 coins. And then when he gets an inform, that thing's going to cost you around $250,000, maybe even more, just because of the huge pace stats, defending and physical. A great defender on this game, 6'3" as well with that pace. He's just so usable, and he's always in my La Liga side. So from one Real Madrid player to another then, we have got another upgrade here. It is Casemiro. The Brazilian actually did receive an upgrade in FIFA 17 to an 83 overall, but continued a very solid season for Real Madrid last year, and I believe does deserve another +1 or probably +2 upgrade to around an 85 rated CDM, CM, whatever you want to call him. And with that, he's going to be incredibly, sought after, because that nation and club combo is a very strong one. Lots of people are trying to go out there and build Brazil teams with a sturdy CDM and then with the skillers up front and stuff. Casemiro is probably going to be your guy that you're looking to purchase, and with good defending and good physical and a heavily increased shooting stat, this midfielder does score goals and is part of the reason why I've given him that overall upgrade by +2. I think he's going to be definitely one to, he gets a strong link to Ronaldo and all of that stuff. People are going to want him. I reckon he'll cost between 40 and probably 60k, something like that, just because of the links that he can get. And then if he gets an inform, we're looking at anything from around 150 to 200k. And his pace is always going to let him down from becoming someone in like Club 80. If you remember his team of the season from FIFA 17, it actually got up to a usable pace stat, and everything else was like in the 90s. Absolutely madness. If he can do that again next year, we're in for some pretty fun items throughout the year. Okay, so now we move on to the attackers. I've got a few left to talk about today, and let's talk about Iago Aspas, who actually was right up there in terms of top scorers last year. Obviously beaten by Messi and Ronaldo, but this guy did really, really well in La Liga. He did actually get an upgrade again in FIFA 17 to an 83 overall, and when you look at those stats, 82 pace, 82 shooting and 85 dribbling, that's not too bad. I think, again, we're going to see a little upgrade on this guy just to, because obviously the upgrades come out in like January, February time. He continued to do well and score goals for the rest of the season, so it's time to give him that +1 up to an 84 rated Iago Aspas. Did you ever think you would see that in FIFA? I certainly didn't, but you can't knock him. He performed very well in La Liga, a goal scorer with 83 pace, 85 shooting, 86 dribbling. He's going to be one of those sort of in the middle. He's not going to be super cheap. He's not going to be elite tier, costly striker. But, first few weeks of FUT, if you can get yourself an Iago Aspas, someone with a high finishing stat like that is going to do the business on the game against those starter teams. I reckon around 20k for this player. If he gets himself an inform, which, let's face it, he's had a few in FIFA 17, we're looking at around 150k as those stats go drastically up. 3-star skill moves, 4-star weak foot, he could be a great striker on the game. So there's 4 players now that I want to talk about to end this video that are all very elite and very, very high rated players on FIFA. They're some of the world's greatest players. Antoine Griezmann is the first one we're going to talk about today. He is 88 rated on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. And I believe we kind of need like a ratings correction. I think like a 4 overall rating difference between Griezmann and Suarez is a little bit too much. So I think Griezmann does deserve to be an 89 rated overall striker. So I've given him that +1 overall rating. What that does is obviously boost the shooting, the pace, the dribbling. We're looking at around 87 pace and shooting for the Frenchman, and then around 88 dribbling as well. He's going to be up there as one of the most sort of high-tier, high-end strikers on the game. Going to cost you a pretty penny, of course. Going to have 4-star skill moves, cannon of a left foot, the hotline bling celebration as well. You know, it just sort of goes on really, doesn't it? 300 to 400,000 coins, maybe even more than that. I don't even know. If he is that much, yeah, maybe 400k plus for the Frenchman. And then if he starts getting informs, you know, he hits that 90 bomb. And all of a sudden, you're looking at over 1 million coins for the Atletico Madrid attacker. I think... I can't wait to get my hands on Griezmann in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team, see how good he is, because in FIFA 17 and actually FIFA 16, FIFA 15, he's been a very, very fun and usable player on the game. So from Griezmann to Suarez then, we talked earlier how the rating between those two needed to sort of close in a little bit. And I do think we are at the same rating on FIFA 17 for Suarez as what we will be in FIFA 18 for the Uruguayan. Now, he scores loads of goals. He gets loads of assists. He is a top performer for Barcelona. MSN has obviously been split up with Neymar moving to PSG. But of course, Barca have got time to sign players. By the time this video is out, they may have even signed the replacement and have some sort of crazy new front three to work with. But for now, when I'm recording this, it is all about Suarez and Messi. And I think Suarez is going to have another good year of goal scoring and stuff. But I think he does deserve the 92 overall rating for FIFA 18. In terms of stats, pretty similar to what we've seen for the last couple of years, I guess. 4-star skills and weak foot as a standard is a given for this player, and he'll definitely cost you sort of 500,000 and above, in my opinion, once he gets informs. Last year he had an SBC item as well, but if he gets an inform, I think you're going to pay like upwards of 1 million coins for it, because 94 shooting on a player like that, that's going to score your goals on FIFA 18 for sure. Clinical finishing to get past those goalkeepers on the game. So 2 players left to discuss then, the 2 best players in world football. It is Messi and Ronaldo. Let's start with Lionel Messi, shall we? He's a 93 rated player in FIFA 17 Ultimate Team, but obviously had a fantastic season last year. Tons and tons of goals, tons and tons of assists. Lots of people call him the GOAT, the greatest of all time. But I don't want to start a Messi versus Ronaldo war in the comment section today. Like I always say when these two come up in a video, just be thankful that we can watch both of them play in football, in world football. Just think how lucky we are. I think Messi does deserve a +1 overall upgrade to a 94 overall after the season that he had last year. He definitely needs to be up there as a 94 rated player. A couple of ratings better than Luis Suarez and stuff like that. And I think in terms of stats, what we deserve to see is a Messi with 90 pace, 90 shooting, 90 passing. 96 dribbling. Those are the stats that I think this player should have. I think he deserves a much higher passing stat than he's been given by EA in previous years. He's shown that he is one of the best passers of the ball, and I think a card like that is going to cost you like a 1.5 million, something like that. If he gets an inform, 2.8 million, something like that. If it's a central inform, 3 or 4 million, because obviously that is very sought after. And I think, again, we'll see 4-star skills and a 4-star weak foot on this player. So a nice +1 overall upgrade for Lionel Messi to a 94 rated player in FIFA 18. And then the cover star, Cristiano Ronaldo. The Portuguese winger is a 94 already on FIFA 17 Ultimate Team. And I think that's what we'll see again in FIFA 18 Ultimate Team. Now, my reasoning for rating them the same is that I would say arguably Messi had a better season last year. Well, there's no debate in that. He did. But Ronaldo's the cover star. And of course, I think they're just... I feel like they're just kind of even right now. I feel like with Ronaldo getting cover star, he's going to stay in 94. I don't think they'll upgrade him to a 95 just because like the overall He's got not many overalls left before he hits a 99 rated team of the season and informs and stuff. So I think 94 is kind of like the cap for regular gold players. So there is space for informs and special cards throughout the year. And I think we might see some slightly better stats on the 94 rated Ronaldo, since as he's the cover star and stuff like that. But he's definitely going to cost you sort of north of 2 million at the start of the game. If he gets an inform, we're looking at like 3.5 million. 4 or 5 million if he gets that striker card, which he seems to get once or twice a year. And I like the dynamic image I've given him there. I can't imagine they would give you a card with nipples showing and stuff like that. However, it's a pretty cool picture with him holding up the Ronaldo 7. I mean, a little bit sort of, I guess, taking some ideas from Lionel Messi when he held his shirt up a few months before. But there you have it, guys. That is going to do it for today's FIFA 18 La Liga potential player ratings for Ultimate Team. If you have enjoyed, I would, urge you to smash that thumbs up button. And of course, it is a Messi versus Ronaldo video, but I'd love it if you didn't go absolutely ape in the comments section and have loads of arguments and stuff. There's no need. They are great. They're both amazing footballers. They're both the best in the world. Leave a comment as to players that I could cover in a future episode. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. Have a good one, and I'll catch you next time. Peace.